I am going to build 100 Minecraft houses, one in each of these squares in the next 100 minutes. Let's do it. The first build was probably all of our first builds. A dirt hut. It even has a grassy roof. Then I built a tiny pyramid that you can hardly fit inside, and a skyscraper that you have no trouble fitting inside, but I didn't get to finish it. Copper is cool, so I made a house out of it, but forgot the roof. Then I built a little spruce shack, a bamboo house on stilts, and a 100% organically grown tree house. Then a little ancient city-themed house with a piston door, a jail, and an obsidian fort, bringing me 10% of the way to the end. Then my brain broke, and for some reason I built this giant Among Us house, and ran out of time to actually put a house inside, but then I built a super secure, laser-fenced house, and a glass house where you can be scared every morning when you wake up because the void is directly below. I built a resin house, a floating house, a black house, a pink tower, and a little cute castle. I tried to recreate the houses that you find in villages and failed. But then I wondered, why are there wall blocks in Minecraft and we don't use them for walls? So I did, and it actually looks kind of good. Going into row 3, I was already running out of ideas, so I just scrolled my mouse real fast and grabbed a random block. It was exposed cut copper stairs, and I built a little cool house out of it. I did it again, got dark prismarine slab, and built this. Also, I lost the footage for this row and the next one, so if you see future builds down the line, it's because this was recorded in the future. But then I built a prismarine house, a diamond house like the thumbnail of those cheated speedrun videos, a rocket ship, and a little granite hut. Granite is definitely underused in this game. I mean, look how cool this is. Then I had the horrible idea to mix crimson and warped wood, which came out about as good as peanut butter and mustard. I built this for some reason. Why did I make a tent out of jack-o'-lanterns? I have no idea. After my success with granite, I tried diorite, which I think is another underused block, and it also came out pretty good. On the next square, I thought, could I make a house out of doors? And it turns out you can. This is my 100% door design, and if you're wondering where the front door is, shut up. On row 4, I wanted to bring back the randomness I had tested before, and started what I called a rando row. Every house on this row had to be primarily made out of a random block I picked from the creative inventory. And the first block, pink concrete powder. This is gonna be fun. But I did it, like it or not, and if you're wondering how the roof stays up, I put some sneaky string under here, because I'm big brain. The next block was nether brick, so I built a fortress, and then bamboo planks, so I made a tree as one does when they get bamboo planks. I made a little copper house out of waxed exposed copper trapdoors. That's a mouthful. I made a terracotta beehive looking thing because I was getting tired of the standard square shape most of these were taking, and then an upgraded version of the pyramid from earlier. I was on a roll. Until I built this lollipop thing, I don't even know what this is. So I built a ruin with mossy cobblestone, and a tough house with polished tough stairs. Yeah, this house won't get blown away in a tornado because it's tough. Then I finished rando row with a gravel tower thing. Yeah, it's pretty boring. And real quick, before we move on to row 5, I just wanted to tell you that I just started a Discord server, so if you want to become one of the first members, click the link in the description. Thanks. I started row 5 with a lava fort, and then a fiery wool gradient, which quickly burned down because of lava nearby. And yay, I didn't lose any more footage. I wondered if you can build a house out of banners, and you totally can't. This thing is terrible. So I built a shulker box house, a white glazed terracotta house, a netherite beacon house, and a cool mine entrance, which isn't really a house. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that part. I wanted to build an actually complete skyscraper after my previous failure, so yeah, it came out pretty good. Actually, that's a lie, it's another facade. But I built a bounce house right next to it, which made up for that, and a mangrove root house, finishing off row 5, bringing me 50% of the way to the end. Then I thought it would be cool if I made a little Soul Sand Valley base, and it was. But then my sister came in and told me to make a pickle house, which I immediately regretted, so I built a smiley face house, where you can crawl through the mouth to get inside. Another sister, yes, I have multiple, told me to build a flower house. It was just the pickle disaster all over again, so I kicked them out of my room so I could build the rest in peace. I built a TNT house, a random glazed terracotta house, a snow fort, and a little basalt base with a basalt delta recreation on top. Then I built possibly my best looking one, which is themed like a pale garden, followed by possibly the worst looking one, which is an end city that looks like a villager face. Now 60% of the way done, I started row 7 with a house themed like a lush cave. I was running out of unique ideas, so I decided to build SpongeBob's pineapple house, which looks like a glowberry in my version, and then a Greek temple style build, a house out of glowstone, a mini bastion, and a house made out of books. This house is nice because if you put an enchanting table in it, you don't need extra bookshelves, you can just use the walls. I then for some reason wanted to build like a Winnie the Pooh honey pot, so yeah, my brain was getting desperate. I built an ice castle and a tough tower. Then I came to the square directly across from the end city that looks like a villager face, so I built an actual villager face that you can live in. Now starting row 7, I had no idea what to build, but then I thought of a little airship, which came out kind of nice. But then I came directly across from the pineapple and thought I could build SpongeBob himself. Bad idea. I hope you don't see this thing staring at you from the foot of your bed in your dreams. I was going to make a course plant house, but you can't stack course plants, so it's just a fence. And then I took 3 random items from the creative inventory and got possibly the worst ones. A furnace, a soul campfire, and an end rod. And the result is even worse. I built a little igloo out of snow, a brick house, a pumpkin house, a melon house, and a little cave house. Wow, I've said house a lot in this video, haven't I? A base made entirely out of enchanting tables, finished off row 7. The ideas were not coming. I made a mushroom house and a base, which is just a wall of cactuses surrounding a bed. A honey house. Then I thought it would be fun to add a little hut on top of a brown mushroom, and it was. I built a house out of ores, one out of calcite, and one out of hay bales. At this point, my strategy was pretty much just to scroll through the items until I found one I hadn't used yet, and there weren't many left. I planted a giant jungle tree and built a house on it, and then I made a glazed terracotta tree with a bed in it, which I guess counts as a base, because bed, and then I built a house that spawns a bunch of creakings at night. Finally, I started row 10, the final row. I built an inaccessible bedrock house and a redstone hut. I thought back to my granite and diorite houses and remembered the other type of stone which is underused, andesite. So I made an andesite house, then a tinted glass house. I was scraping the bottom of the barrel for these last ones until I remembered a set of blocks that I'd forgotten about. Creative only blocks. So I built a house out of barrier blocks, one out of command blocks, and even a house out of the new test blocks from the Spring to Life update. Now it was time to rack my brain for the last 3 builds, starting with a very lame redstone lamp house. I realized that for a while I had just been building essentially the same house out of different blocks, so I tried to build a base shaped like a crescent moon. I failed, it looks like an ear. So I built possibly the worst looking one on the last square, an off-center subscribe button. If you subscribe now, I will feel better about this one. But with that, I had successfully completed another 100 builds in 100 minutes challenge. If you would like to see me do the same thing, but with redstone machines this time, click the video on your screen right now. And make sure, once again, to join my new Discord server, link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and goodbye!